Hello, and welcome to episode 46 of the Knitting Annihilator podcast. My name is Akira Green Bonner, your friendly neighborhood knitter, and I am coming to you today from my amazing home in Adamsville, Alabama, where I live with my amazing husband and my two sons, Aiden and Ethan, who are both napping and are giving me the opportunity to film this. So, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. If you're new, thank you so much for checking me out. I truly appreciate it. This is my second time trying to record, as my new camera that my husband got me for my birthday has individual batteries, and it sucks. I'm gonna be honest, it sucks. I had the battery on charge all night. Woke up and I just attempted to podcast a few seconds ago. Got 15 minutes in and it died. And I don't even want to try the other battery. I just feel so disrespected. So I just went back to my old camera, the one that I know, and I am going to just use this one. Yes, so you can find me on Instagram as knitting_annihilator_, and you can find me on Ravelry as Kira Green 95. We also have a Ravelry group for the podcast, which is the Knitting Annihilator podcast group. There is also a Facebook page, Knitting Annihilator podcast Facebook page. I'm not really a fan of it. I think the dynamics are a little weird and it's not very user friendly, so I may delete that, but it's there if you want to see it. All show notes will be in the description box below, so all you have to do is click the little arrow up under me and you can find the show notes for today's episode. So it has been 2 weeks. I told you guys that my word of the year is consistency, and we are doing it. I think I'm going to change my podcast days instead of Sundays to Saturdays. Obviously not this Saturday. Well, not obviously. I won't be doing this Saturday because Aiden, my firstborn son, has his second birthday on Friday, January 31st, and we will be having a birthday party for him on February the 1st. So definitely going to be a joy-filled day on Saturday. Yeah, so I think that is it for administrative things. So we will get into my victory, which is what I have on my head right now. Oh my gosh, your girl is getting a new superpower because I am a knitting superhero. Knitting is my superpower, but this is crochet. Oh, that's a cool way to show it. This is crochet, and it was crocheted by yours truly. So this is the Orion Mesh Beanie by Caleisha Orion, aka Caleisha of the Quirky Monday Craftcast, one of my amazing crafty friends. And it's a free pattern on Ravelry. And this came about because my newborn son Ethan, he's usually pretty good at sleeping through the night or, getting to bed at night. But at that day, he had a bath with grandma and he fell asleep at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. So around 10:30, he was awake. And he didn't go back to sleep, I think, at least until 12. So I was just sitting there and I said, well, you know what? Let's do it. So I grabbed a crochet hook. I actually have a big thing of crochet hooks that I ordered on Amazon. So I grabbed the hook that it asked for. I went through my stash to see if I even had worsted weight yarn, because it's a worsted weight pattern. I've only used worsted weight one time when I made my first sweater. Twice. Once when I made a sweater, then the second time was when I made a scarf, cabled scarf for grandma, Bonnie grandma. And so I didn't think I'd find anything, but lo and behold, I had a full skein of Knit Picks Simply Worsted, and I don't know what this colorway is. I'm gonna take the liberty of naming it Chocolate Thunder, and yeah, I went to town. Started off super rocky. I did have to YouTube a couple of things, because I kind of know how, because I have a granny stripe blanket as a scrappy project, but I don't crochet often, so I really have to get back into the groove of it. So yeah, I made this hat. It is, I believe I said free pattern. It's a free pattern on Ravelry by my friend. I used the hook that it called for, which is a 5.5 millimeter hook. I think in America it comes in letters. No idea. Have no idea. Don't even try to quiz me. I don't know. And yeah, I got it done in 3 days because I'm a parent. So things don't get done. I was in the zone. I could have had this thing done in 2 days. Or, yeah, 2 days. 2 days tops. But, yeah, when duty calls, I gotta go. So I went. And this made me so happy. Even my mom was like, maybe I should learn to crochet. Mommy, we could have knit nates all the time. Yes, Mom, learn. So, yeah. Have I gushed over the pattern enough? Loved it. It was really easy to understand. That was my first crochet pattern ever. I didn't even know, okay, I'm not that slow. I know that, crochet they can write patterns, but I didn't know, like, it was kind of like the same as a knitting pattern. Like, I didn't know what to expect at all. And here I am, crocheting. Am I bi-stitchable? I don't know. I may go both ways. Not gonna lie, this pattern woke up. This pattern, along with other things I'll talk about later, woke up the little hooker inside of me. And I am ready to let my hooker flag fly. Yeah. So, Orion mesh beanie. This, I'm trying to think. I did modify the pattern a little bit around the brim, because I have a little head. As you can see, like, this is a lot of hat. A lot of hat. So I have a little head, and I believe this was written for people with, like, dreads or, like, a lot of hair, so they can just, tuck their hair in and all that stuff. So I actually have to, like, pull, like, some strands out and tuck it kind of under my ears, like right there. I may go back in and maybe, like, give me a few more inches around the brim. I should have just did what the pattern said, but I was so scared, like, oh, I have so much hat. But I like it. It's like a beret of crochet goodness. So that's all I did, was kind of like just not so many around the brim, and kind of shorten the brim, and went into different stitches. I don't know. I don't know how to describe this. But yeah, I'm super happy with it. Check out that pattern. You won't be sorry. I'm a beginner crocheter, and this was so much fun. So it's fun. So that's my victory for this episode. Now on to battles. There isn't really a tale of woe, but there's a tale of, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. But we'll start off with the positives first. So, I am chugging along. I did say I wouldn't show you these anymore, but this is all I got, so I gotta show you. So I am chugging along on my Katy Shawl by Cozyup Knits, and here I am now. I'm going to say that I'm halfway done. I'm gonna call it. I'm halfway done. Maybe. Well, I'll say halfway, because see, this already kind of comes over. I'm lying so hard. That already kind of comes over. So, I'll take halfway done. This is a pattern by Cozyup Knits, if I didn't already say that. And these yarns are special to me because this is my shawl to commemorate my last and final pregnancy, which is my son Ethan, who is 3 months old, and I am knitting the shawl in remembrance of that. Yeah, so this blue colorway here, all Legacy Fiber Arts yarn. This blue colorway here is It's a Boy, and the gray colorway is Grey Gardens. And it's a garter stitch shawl, so squishy, so full of love, so full of relaxation. I just knit on this. I talk on the phone and knit on this. I watch podcasts and knit on this. I'll talk about a few podcasts later on. But this is my go-to for just relaxation. And I haven't really been needing it. It hasn't been rough, but I don't have the brain space right now. And I can't tell you why I don't have the brain space. I don't know if my emotions are like, I don't know. I don't have the brain space to be like, oh, let's do a lace weight pattern and this, that, and the third. So I've just really been appreciative of garter stitch patterns. So yeah. Trying to think of what else I want to say. Oh, I'm knitting these on my first ever Knitter's Pride set of needles. It's the wooden kind. And it's on the wooden kind because I got on an airplane at the beginning of January and I just haven't transferred back over to my Haya Sharps, which are my favorite needles in life. I just haven't transferred over yet. So I think I'm just going to keep it on here just for kicks and giggles. So, and it's a size 6, which is what the pattern calls for. Found that out before my camera died the first time. And yeah. So that's how far I am. I am in love with this. I cannot wait to have it all done and take the cutest picture of him laying on it. It's gonna be so awesome. Yeah, so that's that. So next, I have my mystery knit along with Cozyup Knits, which is called Up the Creek. I guess I'll say spoiler still. They're not really keeping it a secret anymore. But for your sake, I'll still put a timestamp if you would like, right here. If you would like to skip over this part. So I'm still on clue 1, and I will tell you why I'm on clue 1. While this part has been so interesting to knit, clues 2 and 3 are not. Clues 2 and 3 are lace, and I'm not in the mood for it. Not in the mood for it. So I learned that this is called Fisherman's Rib. and it looks really cool. But yeah, so and then the bad part is I could have finished this clue one. Like I think I'm only like four or three repeats away of being done. But I'm just like, I don't wanna. Just because I know the lace is coming. Maybe I won't do the lace and then just do 3 of these and just hack it like that. It's because the lace is pretty, don't get me wrong. The lace is pretty and beautiful and I really love it, but I don't have it here. I really don't. So I think I'm gonna try that. This is why you podcast. You get ideas. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'll just do 3 clue because it's 3 panels basically. I'm not really spoiling it because they do have videos of it, and you see it on their podcast. Basically, it's 3 panels, and then you sew those panels together. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hack it, and they love when you hack their patterns. And I'm not a pussy when it comes to lace. I'm not in the mood. And I really want to get this done for my aunt. I'm making this for my aunt because I love her. And she loves the Lion King. And this yarn is Dragon Hoard yarns. This green one is the Shadowlands, which was inspired by the Lion King, the Broadway musical. And then this gray here is Dewdrops. So yeah. I mean, because you knit them all the same. They're all kind of knit from like this. I think I'm going to do that. And it'd be so squishy. Sorry. That's a plan. That's a whole vibe. Yes, just clue 1 of a shawl. I love it. I'm gonna do it. Because I love this. I would make this part again. Because I actually really love this part. So I think I'm gonna do that. Maybe picking this up again. Just gave myself motivation to pick it up again. That's dope. Yep, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. And I'm knitting these on my Haya Sharps. These are also a size 6. I have multiple size 6s because I knit a lot of shawls. So this is my interchangeable set. I also have a attached set. I have a lot of their DPNs. So, yep. I've found motivation and I may be working on... I may continue to work on this since I'm almost done with this. This bag is my first bag I ever bought from Holy Cricket Knits. And it's, as you can see, Nightmare Before Christmas. This is living in my first ever Quirky Monday crafts bag. I strongly feel like that's what the name of the Etsy shop is. Definitely going to be on the screen. Again, that's Caleisha. I have a crush on her. I'm sorry. I don't know. So, yeah. Oh, I love that. I'm going to do that. I'm beaming with glee right now. This third project I wanted to show is... I'm showing it because I participated in Scrappy Sunday today, and I really enjoyed it, and I think I'm going to do like scrappy weekends because I would love to have this done. So yeah, So this is my squared, I didn't work a lot on it, but I figured I'd show it to you again. This is my squared poncho hangover-y thing by Beata Jezek, who is, I believe she's the dyer behind Hedgehog Fibers. And I believe this is a free pattern. I'll check again and make sure, just in case I'm wrong. But it is typically like a pullover, like poncho-y thing. And you use scraps. And it's knit in one piece. And yeah. I'm holding fingering weight double. And I may do one of these in my Harry Potter Yarn and Charm Club, because that would be pretty dope. So, yeah. So I'll show you how far I've gotten. So I have this bottom panel done. This is Lolodidit yarns. This is a homespun house mixed with something else. This is yarn from Louisiana that my parents got me. And I believe this is Lolodidit yarns, this panel right here. I am now picking up for the next black piece. I knew this would be hard to show because you gotta pick them up as you're knitting. It's actually kind of hard to knit too, but yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Right there. So I gotta get all the way up here. So, but I'm in love with this thing. I am so excited. It's a piece of cloth, let me tell you. It's girthy. I feel like you could do this with DK weight, maybe? I don't know. Oh, yes you can. And, yeah, so it says, the sock yarn is held double throughout the project to get the marled effect, but you could use one strand of DK if you can get gauge. Maybe I'll do, anyway, we'll get into that in just a moment. So yeah, so I worked on that on Sunday, so I thought that was pretty awesome. So that is all the making I've done. So let's get into strategies. So I told you that the crochet bug has caught me. A lot of eyebrows today. So crochet bug has bit me in the butt. So of course I downloaded Caleisha's 2 other patterns, and that is the Just Feel Better shawl, which is this one. And this caught my eye because, one, because my friend is an amazing designer and stuff, but two, I was watching the Cozy Cottage Crochet. I believe her name is Hannah. Caleisha's talking about her all the time, and finally YouTube decided to recommend it to me. I watched it. I'm in love. I'm watching backwards from 71, I think is the last one. But yeah, so I'm watching backwards. And she knit a Just Feel Better shawl, and it is the most beautiful shawl I ever seen. And she faded the colors together. Am I stealing that idea? Absolutely. Do I have the yarn for it? Absolutely. And this can go into all this is stash yarn. So with the exception of this one, because I started this in 2019, and I guess the other one, because that scrappy project's been scrappy for a while. I could put this project and this hat into the Crazy Sock Ladies stash, I think a stash buster alone. Stash, yeah. Essentially you're knitting with all your stash, all that stuff. So yeah, I'm like, I want to make that. So I want to make this. I'm probably going to use either some Harry Potter Yarn and Charm Club, because I have so much of it, or something else if I find it in my stash. So there's that. And then she has the Just Feel Festive shawl that she specifically made for mini skeins. And those mini skeins are held double. So you could also use DK weight. So I don't want to make the Comfort Bake Cardi with that yarn. I just don't. It doesn't speak to me. It doesn't make me feel good. So I'm in between doing a squared with it or doing this Just Feel Festive shawl with it. Ooh, maybe I'll use something else. Ooh, I got it. I think I'll use that Cozy Posy DK weight, because then I can enter it into Caleisha's Pisces knit along, make along, because it is blue and purples and Pisces or whatever. I'm a Scorpio, I don't really know about Pisces. But my friend's one, so she's great. I don't think I exude Scorpio either, so it's whatever. Anyway, I think I just made a decision. So I have to go I have to go fix my make 9, because I'm not knitting that shawl that I thought I was going to knit with it. Oh gosh, that was such a good decision. This is why we podcast. Oh, and just look how cute my friend is. Hold on. Look. She's so freaking cute. These are both free patterns, by the way. Yeah, I gotta make that. I gotta make both of them. I just gotta. So I gotta hurry up and get these other projects off the needles so I can make them. But yeah, I want to crochet so bad. So that's 2 strategies that I have. Another one, I want to use acrylic yarn. I don't know why that has, well, I can tell you why. So I officially quit my job last week, and I am officially a homemaker. I am mommy and wife full time. So, of course, that comes with some financial cutbacks. So, of course, I've been shopping through my stash, like my mom and the universe is advising me to do so. But I would love to see, because I've seen people make, sweaters out of acrylic yarn on podcasts. But I would love to feel what they feel like wearing them. So I am going to make, I think it's called the Granny Cardigan by Tin Can Knits. I put it in my favorites last night. Why did I put in my favorites last night? Because I was watching the Cozy Cottage Crochet, and she made one for her husband. And I think that pattern is super cute, and I need a cardigan. I need more cardigans. And yeah, so, it's called Gramps. Look, and then this little baby, look at him. So yeah. And look at and you see the little pouches and stuff. And then it's got little elbow pouches. And this is in worsted weight yarn too, I think. Yeah. So I want to make that out of acrylic yarn and just see what it feels like, how it holds up, and where that takes me. I'm trying not to be the yarn snob that I once was. I am leaving that way, and all yarns are created equal. Yes. Because I really want to make the Comfort Fade cardi in one color. Not that I didn't like the way that the Legacy Fiber Arts yarn played together. They were too close. I should have gotten something a little bit deeper as a contrast. So I think I'll do a squared with that yarn, since that calls for DK weight, and then make the other one out of the Cozy Posy yarn. I gotta redirect my make 9. I got to. Well, yeah, I gotta change it. So, yeah, so that is pretty much all the crafting that I have. Also, a new podcast that has come upon me. I think it's called the Lunar Knits. Sorry, I had some beef today. So, let me go back on my phone here and find that. Lunar Knits podcast with Lori. Her name's Lori. And I found that yesterday, late last night, again, as my son was keeping me awake. And I am watching her from the beginning up. So I watched the last podcast, and now I'm watching from one to that last podcast. Binge watching. So, yeah, that is pretty much everything. You see how this camera has held on for that whole podcast, and I have one little bar left and it hasn't cut off yet. Why? Because this camera loves me. So, that's pretty much it, guys. Just a little life and jazz. Like I said, I'm a full-time mom now. I'm happy about it. I think my emotions were, first, I'm terrified. Of course, I put a lot of pressure on myself as a mommy. I want to be the best mommy I can be, and the best wife I can be, and make sure that my contribution to our household really shows purpose and shows like, hey, my role matters, and this is why my role is needed. And I really try to make sure I put that into is that a cat? I think there's a cat living under my house. That's so scary. I love cats, but my husband won't let me have a cat. So I love all animals, except for rabbits. Not that I don't love rabbits, but I hear they poop a lot. God, that threw me off. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm a full-time mom now, and it's very scary. But I'm praying that my husband has shown appreciation. I just hope that, I keep up to what his standards are. It's totally a cat. It's on my roof. It's on my roof. It is. And what else has happened? I got accepted into community college. Did I even tell you guys that? I got accepted. I know everybody gets accepted, but this is the first time I've ever, filled out an application for any type of college, and I got accepted. I'm just excited. So, I am going to get my EMT and paramedic, and possibly become a paramedic. My goal was to be a firefighter. I still would love to partake in that, but I think paramedic is calling me at this point. But I don't know. We'll just see where life takes us, you know. But yeah, I'm hoping to start in the fall, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. Um, this cat is having a field day. It's either a cat or a raccoon or a possum. Whatever it is living its best life on my roof. And I have a tin roof. I hope it didn't wake up my son. But yeah. So I guess that is it for the podcast, guys. If you enjoyed what you just witnessed, all this greatness, definitely like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you would like. Your feedback is much appreciated. As you can see, it's nap time, and I do get kind of out of energy at this point, but I have dishes to do. I have to go see if my leftovers are going to survive tonight's dinner, because my in-laws are coming in town tomorrow for Aiden and his birthday, so I'm gonna cook for them tomorrow. And my sister's coming in on Friday with her friends for the birthday party on Saturday. So yeah, thank you so much. And I hope you have the most amazing time crocheting, knitting, spinning, sewing, weaving, cross-stitching, crossword puzzle, coloring, painting, living the craftiest life possible. And I will see you guys in the next one.